Hi TCC. I was told by my political science teacher that I was going to make the video discussing my opinion on a bill that was passed in the House this March on revising Medicare, which is healthcare benefits for the elderly. Medical malpractice is a very costly issue, and I'm sure you're familiar with it, but most often it's pharmaceutical companies giving incentives to doctors to give their patients that prescription whether they need it or not, or it's a doctor may need a little extra money, so they'll set up an appointment for them that was unnecessary. Just simple little things like that that end up adding a lot more money to the elderly and their families, and even it takes away some of their Medicare money. So it's kind of wasting even taxpayer money every time a doctor does this, and it's just kind of sad overall, because it kind of damages, it not only damages the financial part of most people, whether or not you are someone that is directly paying for this person's healthcare. If you're their family, that makes sense, but if you're a taxpayer, it's just kind of wasting a little bit of your money. Not that it's not important to give your tax money to help the elderly with their health issues. I think it's very important that the government helps with that. But it affects everybody's tax dollars whenever a doctor does this. It affects the whole medical care. It is really kind of a rare and important thing to be happening in our country right now, because it's really hard for anyone in Congress to start working together. There's been a lot of fights, personal fights, just party fights. Nothing's been really getting done for quite a while now. So it's really kind of surprising and just overall really good that they could agree on something like this. And even with this being passed, whether or not you agree or are for the Affordable Health Care Act, I think it gives a lot of people peace of mind when thinking about it because of this, because Republicans and some of the general public are kind of afraid of the Affordable Health Care Act. Other countries have done it successfully, but there's still a little fear towards taxpayers with this. They're worried it's going to cause them more debt, or just unnecessary costs, and that's very reasonable. But with this bill, it really prevents unnecessary costs, so it helps to prevent and to stop malpractice that's already happening. It costs people more money whenever that happens. So going forward, if we do go forward with the Affordable Health Care Act and we keep it, I think it alleviates a lot of the fear, and it just stops unnecessary costs and a lot of unnecessary taxpayer money being wasted because those procedures or prescriptions weren't necessary. So it makes a lot of sense to me. I would definitely be for it if I were in Congress, and it makes a lot of sense as to why people overwhelmingly agreed on it. Only, I think it was 37 people disagreed on it, and in the House and the Senate together out of 535 people. That's really good to get that many people to agree on something. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about it for now. Oh, and they put in a couple more benefits for people, just general public health places. And for a win for the Democrats is definitely that this kind of helps with the Affordable Health Care Act being more acceptable. Not only that, but it was a compromise towards Democrats because they wanted 4 years for an extension on the Child Health Care Act, and they extended it for 2 years instead of 4, so it was a good compromise. They didn't exactly get what they wanted, but everybody in the end got a little bit of what they wanted, so I think it's great when this happens in our country. I think it needs to happen more. Everybody kind of got a little bit of what they wanted, and I think it overall helps everybody in the country, so I think that's what it should really be about. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative enough.